Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids across our beloved empire. This is Arnold Holonet News, the only news you'll ever need, because you have no other choice, the people's choice, and the unbiased choice when it comes to your Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes news. And today, fresh off the press, we got the Executor's Kit Reveal. Can I just show you this real quick? Let me just show you. I don't want to keep you in too much suspense, everyone. Here is our sneak peek at the ultimate ability for the Executor. I know you guys know I'm a polygon hater. I credit myself for the direction that the polygons have been going in Galaxy of Heroes. That's what the video gaming division tells me, at least. And this is by far one of the best looking abilities in the game. We got the freaking Death Star, baby! Oh my gosh! This truly does bring a smile to my face, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids. As of now, there is no forum post yet on the forums in regards to this kit. Cubs fan Han got an exclusive early access review of the Executor, so we're going to have to do kind of a reaction to this right here, which is a little bit odd. Executor, dark side capture for the Empire, and although it's got the Empire tag, it's mostly for bounty hunters, as we were told. Oh, and Gary, thank you so much for reminding me. The Boba Fett Slave 1 ship is getting a rework as well, baby. Finally, I do feel like the Slave 1 is one of the weaker links to the bounty hunter crew as of now, but it looks like it's going to be much more serious of a ship, and you have to have a relegate Boba Fett anyways for the Executor. Whew. That's going to be an important ship. So here we go. Highlights: remove the enemy capital ship while keeping her own with an attack from the second Death Star. Strong bounty hunter synergy with light Empire synergy. Achieve dominance in fleet arena. Will Hunter or die is basically the main story here. This is going to be a serious capital ship. It's odd enough because the finalizers and the Radis, they were those fleet mastery events, but they don't look nearly as powerful as this guy rider. So let's go and fast forward through the video a little bit again. And by the way, link down below if you want to watch Cubs fan Han's video. Feel free to do so and get his initial reaction and his early review that CG gave him. So basic unorthodox methods: deal physical damage and inflict expose for 1 turn on target enemy. Deal 5% more damage for each active Empire ally, and deal 25% more damage for each active bounty hunter ally. So yes, it's an Empire capital ship, as we saw. There are some Empire synergies, but this ship is really going to be driving home the bounty hunter synergy. So no matter if it's Empire or bounty hunter allies you're going to have on the field, you're going to be A-OK and benefiting from this basic ability right here and expose. You know, ooh, we got some interesting stuff going on here. The basics are usually one of the more least used abilities in the game for capital ships. This one looks like it might be nice to use as often as possible. Moving on here, we got the first special, Breach of Protocols. 4-turn cooldown. Deal physical damage to all enemies, and if the target enemy is target locked, call all call all Empire allies to assist. Oh, that just sounds too sexy, baby. Dealing 30% less damage. If the target enemy is breached, call all bounty hunter allies to assist, dealing 10% more damage. This makes sense. There's tons of target lock on the Empire ship side of the game, and breach is the main core mechanic working for the bounty hunter. So again, I like you have this flexibility. No matter if you're running an Imperial ship or a bounty hunter ship, you are still going to get some fun out of it. Normally, some abilities are constrained only to one faction. This is definitely a first, where he's going to be crossing over 2 factions. So if you got to create some hybrid type of lineups between Empire and bounty hunters, there are going to be a variety of benefits here. Target lock, breach synergies. Ooh, what a great first special. We are only getting this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the second special here. We only need to keep them from escaping. Let's move the camera up a little bit. Bounty hunter allies gain potency up for 1 turn. Okay. Dispel outmaneuver. Who is outmaneuver, Gary? That's right. It's the Millennium Falcon. Get your Millennium Falcon trash out of here. The Rebel fleet, although the TIE bomber has been helpful to try to mitigate Rebel fleets, you can still beat a Empire fleet with a very good Rebel lineup. Man, this is a hard call out to the Millennium Falcon. I love the Empire Strikes Back lore they implemented into the Star Destroyer and stealth from all enemies. There's lots of stealth on our Rebel fleet, whether it's the Phantom or whether it's Biston, and dispel all debuffs from bounty hunter allies. Whew. Mass Cleanse ability. And this is where we really start seeing a majority of the synergy really benefiting the bounty hunters in this situation. Target ally recovers 100% health and protection. If the target ally is a bounty hunter, they gain Force and Taunt for 2 turns. That is going to be absolutely nasty. Nasty, in case you don't know how to spell that. When using it for the Houndstooth, it is almost like the Chimera's instant kill ability, but basically it's got its own ability right here. Oh, man. Man, that is absolutely disgustingly good. That is disgustingly good. Keeping the Razor Crest alive as long as possible, or the Houndstooth. That is where I'm seeing myself using that the most here. Let's move on to the next ability that we have here, and it is that ultimate ability right over here. Ultimate ability, something special plan. I don't know if that's the actual, what the actual ability's name is gonna be. I would rather say you may fire when ready, but that's more of a shout out to target. Oh, can we just appreciate this for one more second here? Oh, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a gander at the ability here. So it is a high cooldown. Very much like a Nyla's BB-8 type of thing. So something special planned. Destroy the enemy capital ship and stun all enemies for 1 turn. Kind of like Malevolence Ultimate, but cranked up another level. Allies gain protection of 35% for 2 turns. If there is no enemy capital ship, destroy all active enemy ships instead. Oh, man. This ability can't be evaded or resisted. Starts at a cooldown and is reduced by 1 each time breach is inflicted on an enemy ship. And this is where that Razor Crest, yes, it's annoying that it's a requirement for this ship here, but the Razor Crest is greatly important for this. Gary, what the heck is this? Listen, the point of a teleprompter is to write my lines. Like, just get out! Get out! Anyways, it's incredibly important for the bounty hunter fleets. If you ever see me use the Razor Crest, we get those contracts going ASAP because of how many breaches are applied. I'll show you again the Razor Crest kit if it's been a little too long for it. So although it sounds like a lot of cooldowns, if you start off with all the bounty hunters, you should be able to hit those thresholds incredibly quickly. Let's go ahead and move on to the next ability that we have here, the crew ability, Vader's Bounty. Let's drop that down from what bounty hunter allies have plus 35% max health and protection and offense, and ignore taunt on crewless or droid ships. It's already bad enough that crewless ships don't scale with the relics because there's no pilot for them. Now they're straight up being called out. So Hyena Bomber, sorry buddy. The BLT Sandwich, sorry buddy. And the Vulture Droids, sorry buddy. Wow. Direct call out to our pilotless ships. And a lot of people have had concerns about them. Now it seems like they're directly being called out here. And what is the meta right now? The meta is primarily Hyena Bomber, BLT Sandwiches going on right there. But we're not done yet. That's not all, folks. At the start of the battle, bounty hunter allies gain tenacity up for 2 turns. And Empire allies gain we don't need their scum for the rest of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Whenever an enemy reinforces, bounty hunter allies gain evasion up for 1 turn. And whenever an ally applies breach, they dispel all debuffs on themselves. Oh man. Oh man. It's just too juicy. The chew up again. Breach is going to apply so easily on a bounty hunter ship, especially with the Razor Crest in the mix, which you need the Razor Crest to get this Executor here. This is huge. We already got a mass cleanse capability. Now we have self-cleanse capabilities, kind of like the Houndstooth. How the Houndstooth can cleanse stuff on the basic. It's kind of spreading that love for the rest of the bounty hunter ships here. Oh man, from Japan, that is just so dang good. Let's go on, keep moving, showcasing what we have here. Moving on, we still have continued. Oh my gosh. Oh, whenever a bounty hunter ally deals damage with a basic ability, they inflict target lock on the enemy for 1 turn. The first time allies inflict target lock 20 times on enemies. Each active enemy, enemies who are called in from reinforcements or summoned are inflicted with breach and target lock. These effects can't be dispelled, evaded, or resisted and last until the end of a battle. It's just one of those where, holy cow. We thought the Negotiator Malevolence was next level. This is definitely, again, we gotta wait until we can get it in the hands in the video gaming division here, but this is an insane ship. Breach is gonna apply like wildfire left and right with this and the Razor Crest. That 20 turn cooldown, I don't think it's gonna last that long. If you're starting off with full bounty hunters, this should go by pretty dang quickly. Moving on in the Cubs fan Han video. Here's our reinforcement bonus here. Reinforcements gain breach immunity and chafe for 2 turns. The chafe or chep, I don't know. That was always such a weird word to throw in here. Oh man, breach immunity. That's new. That's new, Gary. I'm trying to think. I mean, unless that's meant to try to shut down opposing fleets. Like sometimes we see the Houndstooth inside of the Malevolence or the Negotiator lineup trying to get that breach immunity is going to make it a lot harder for the Houndstooth to taunt as long as possible. And here's the, we don't need their scum ability, which Piet can grant immune to turn meter manipulation. So Chimera, for example, AoE turn meter will get out of here. Whenever a bounty hunter ally is defeated, recover 25% health and protection. The TIE Advanced Vader ship instead recovers 10% health and protection. Cleansing, massive boost to health, and protection, and damage. Breach spreading like wildfire, and even more ways to recover health protection. This is just... Here's the thing. I'm sure this ship is going to be top-end competitive. I know a lot of people are freaking out, especially now that they finally fixed the Negotiator's unending loyalty. I'm holding on to confidence that the Malevolence and Negotiator will still be an effective ship up against this, but this, oh man, this is definitely going to be taking the icing off the cake, everyone. And here we go. We have a little bit of a rework / touch-up to Boba Fett's basic here. So we're not going to read you know what, let's read the entire thing. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 55% chance to each to damage them a second and third time, blah, 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 blah. The most important thing is here, if the target enemy is breached, dispel all buffs to them. We have a buff dispel on a basic. Yes, it's just called a touch-up, but that is huge. I've been using the bounty hunter fleet for a while before the Executor came to the picture, and I just, anytime I got to the Slave, it's like, hey, it's great seeing you, buddy, but, you know, it's a little too late. Thanks for showing up. The battle's almost over. This is a much more important component. Breach, again, is spreading crazy throughout the team with the Razor Crest. Frequent buff dispels on the basic are going to be absolutely nasty. And here's the unique ability rework. Huge right here. At the start of the battle or when reinforced, for each active enemy, Slave 1 gains 5% offense, 2% crit chance, and 5 speed for the rest of the battle. The first time all enemy ships are breached while Slave 1 is active, or Slave 1 enters the battle while all enemy ships are breached, Seismic Charge's cooldown is reset. That was another thing. Seismic Charge, I love the ability, but it takes a little bit of time to get there. This is going to help it get to it a lot faster while Slave 1 is active. Finally, some breach synergies baked into this ship a little bit better. Breach enemies deal 50% less damage when they attack out of turn. And we've already made videos and reviews about the layers of what Breach did before the Executor came out. We're adding this into the puzzle. Breach is an absolute menace of an ability now inside of this game, and I believe that is gonna wrap it up right here. Can we just hop over to the game? I mean, I'm still trying to absorb all this insane kit details for this ship that we're getting here. But again, with the Razor Crest, it is gonna be so easy to apply a breach. Whenever a bounty hunter ally uses a special ability, they inflict breach on a select target for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. So boom, right there, breach just there, and there's a lot more breach in that ship alone. Moving on to Houndstooth, obviously, as we see here with the unique ability here, when Houndstooth is active, breach enemies have minus 25% evasion. Yeah, it's nice. It's not as impactful as the other stuff here. Let's just pull up the whole entire bounty hunter tag, shall we, Gary? Now the Slave 1 is going to have that unique ability. It didn't have any breach synergies before. It was just kind of out of place. It felt a little awkward bringing them to the party. So that's going to bring that 50% less damage when they attack out of turn. Big shout out to the Rebels or the Negotiator calling those attacks out of turn. Xanadu Blood, minus 25% offense, compacting that with the 50% on the Slave 1 unique ability. Ho, baby! And then we got the IG 2000, reducing critical chance. Oh, man. And it gets a lot better. That is literally just the surface level of what breach is doing. So as you're seeing, lots of ways to get breach, and once you get that breach going quickly, it's just an absolute madness party with all those layers of breach synergy happening here. And then once you get that, can we just show that? Yeah, I gotta see that ultimate one more time. Once you finally get that ultimate up and running, oh man, it's game, set, match. So let's take one more peek. Extremely excited for this. Remember, comes out next week on the 16th of August. And you guys, we might not get early access around here or any communication, but let me tell you, this is the place to be. If you want to see something day one played right, and giving you the truth about all this stuff. That's going to wrap it up for today, ladies and gentlemen. Extremely excited for the Executor. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous that this is mostly a bounty hunter ship and not an Empire ship, but I digress. It's going to be great to use it, and most importantly, it's going to be great in the Empire today. Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below and all your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I already said it, but let's say it one more time. It's great to be in the Empire today. I'll see you guys later!
When lucid nights forget you.